2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4.
Yeah.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High.
Yeah, and that's the so-called white man, because the so-called white man, in his mind, in his mind, and the knowledge that he pushes, his thing is we're the Most High, we set the rules, and there's no higher power that exists. What we do is what stands, but the Heavenly Father is higher than him, because the Heavenly Father put him in power. Go on.
Or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God.
And our people believe in that imagery of the so-called white man being the Most High. That's why you got the ones of our people, man, they're against each other, they're against their own people, but when it comes to Esau, he can't do no wrong. You know? Because they under that spell, under that doctrine of Satan. Go on.
It says, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Because how was he to be revealed? Because during the time of Paul, the Apostle Paul was Paul only knew certain things, but everything's being revealed now because we're able to decipher who's Esau, and based on his works, the things that he would activate in these last days, like for example, killing people, taking people's lands, taking people's resources, and things of that nature. That's why it says the mystery of iniquity already worked. Go on.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Right.
Only he who now letteth relent until he be taken out of the way.
And that's it on that. So eventually the Lord is going to take Esau out of the way. Once he fulfills his iniquity and his transgression and it reaches to the heavens, right, then the Lord is going to bring him down. Because I mean, if this society keeps going forward and forward, with these cave brothers ruling the earth, this earth is going to be in total turmoil. Okay, you got the bees dying off, you got the animals dying off because they're in power. You got Jesus like that in power. Okay, children. And that's why the earth is all jacked up. So, you're going, what's that, bro? Okay, yeah, you got it.
Then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And
the wicked is being revealed right now. That's why you hear about Illuminati, and there's different levels to the Illuminati, and then you got certain people that are in the midst of the Illuminati, they conspire in secret, whether they call themselves the Trilateral Commission, secret, yeah, you can say that, foreign, what is it, Council of Foreign Relations, the Bilderbergers, and all of that, and then some. So all of their councils are being revealed, and who they are and what their works are is being revealed. It is being revealed that the so-called white man, he's the salvager. He's the salvage. Okay, he's what you call the harbinger of death. He brings death on the planet. Even so much so that the animals get affected by it. I keep having to go back to the animals. Okay? Nature's dying because of this man, huh?
Wicked.
Go on.
Does it have an SBE number?
Yeah.
That one. Roger, sorry, I just...
Yeah, you can cut it down.
This is...
Sorry, mine.
No, it's good. But what I suggest you do, my man, is this brother. I'll call you brother.
Go to Amazon.
I don't cut you.
No, I haven't got any of that stuff on Amazon.
What I suggest you do, brother, right, is just keep learning the scriptures, keep, if you can, watch the videos, learn about this thing, and then you know what I'm saying about the Hebrew Israelites. Well, if you don't have internet, you could just come over every week and just learn.
Yeah, I've learned quite a lot from him. Because he's been here before, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been here before.
Yeah, I've only heard 2 of your talks.
You're going.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
Yeah, that's the so-called white man once again, because he has a soul, but his soul is perverse. That's why he invokes perversion amongst his own people, to the point where he just kills himself. Go on.
Yeah, I've got to go.
Behold, his soul, which is lifted up.
All right, man. All right, take care now.
His soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
You're going.
But the just shall live by his faith.
But the just shall live by his faith. Who is the just? The just is talking about the men, the governmental men that you see around the 4 corners of the earth, which is within Great Millstone. We're the men that's pushing this truth. We're the ones that's pushing the prophecies, the microchip. Okay, and hey man, just doing the work. Go on, brother.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine,
Meaning the ideology that he spews out amongst the people. Go on.
he is a proud man,
Yeah.
neither keepeth at home.
So not only is he proud, but he's undisciplined. So you have a proud, undisciplined bastard. What are you gonna get out of that person? You're gonna get nothing but chaos.
I mean, he's always in somebody else's house. He's always in somebody else's home.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. You know, and that's just the thing. He's always trying to claim to be the Superman and sort other people's problems out in different countries, when he's really the one that's causing the issues around these different countries. Okay, go on, brother.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell,
And he enlarges desire as hell. That's that new world order. And he heapeth unto him all. Go on.
and is as death,
Yeah.
and cannot be satisfied.
It is as death, it cannot be satisfied. That's why I was saying before, the animals are dying. Even mankind are dying. Disease is all over the place. Because you got these suit and tie wearers, these white guys in power, embracing that death vibration. That's what's going on. When you watch TV and what they got on TV, okay, all you're looking at is death. Okay? Casting a spell on young people to be perverse. Okay? When it comes to what? Any form of music they put on the media, that invokes death. Because you got these different, what is it, man? These celebrities, like they'll pretty much cast spells on the people by putting up like certain signs, Masonic signs. So this man is as deaf, it cannot be satisfied, man. Meaning he can't be, what is it, man? Meaning this man, he can't just have enough and just say, you know what? I can accept the amount that I have. He has to have control of everything. Go on, brother.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's what they want to do. That's that new world order agenda where they want to unite all nations together. And they want to put microchips in people to where they can pretty much watch over people on what they're doing and trap people on everything that they're doing. Okay, that's the main agenda of the so-called white man, the higher up banking families. That's the one. They're the ones that want to establish a one-world system and bring about all people together. And they've already done that because they've already got the ideas of the minds of the people to believe in that ideology, that we're all one and we're all the same. When that can be further from the truth. Go on.
So back in 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
And that's what's going on right now by the men of the Lord. The men of the Lord are rebuking and spewing out what this devil is all about, man. And that's why ultimately they're going to wind up shutting the internet down, because too much truth is getting out on the internet, and it's really because of us. That's the reason why they want to shut the internet down, because what we're doing is we're exposing the savagery and the devilry that these Europeans have been invoking throughout the years. Okay, mainly the top tier Edomites of the planet. Evelyn Rothschild, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts and the Gettys, and all of the insiders. We're exposing their works, man, and we're exposing their plans. And you don't just got us, you also got so-called truthers out there too that are exposing their plans. And that's why they want to shut the internet down. Go on. But they can shut the internet down because guess what? The truth is out the bag, baby. Go on.
But the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy it with the brightness of his coming.
And now the Lord is going to destroy him with the brightness of his coming. Literally, when the Lord comes with the chariots, the so-called UFOs that they call them, there's going to be nothing but great catastrophe on a whole nother level. Okay, you're going to see a lot of people being zapped to and fro, man. Even the ones of our own people that want to link up with this devil, they're going to get zapped. And that's why us brothers, we gotta be as in order as possible. Because if you're not in order right now, you're not orderly within yourself, then how are you gonna be in orderly when no hell breaks loose? Because we're coming into a time of great judgment. And when Yahweh comes back, man, he's gonna just start killing people. It's gonna be a constant murder going on. So we gotta be, brothers gotta be in our best behavior, man. You know what I mean? And that even applies to myself too, Lord.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
That's Esau again, the so-called white man. Go on.
With all power and signs and lying wonders.
And all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay, like for example, when you deal with the microchip can cure people that are paralyzed. So, and able to create some sort of technology where that person can never be no longer paralyzed. That's a miracle. That's a lying wonder. That's a miracle. okay, committing cyber attacks, you know, in a level where they say, well, okay, we gotta get after this guy, we gotta get after that guy, but these are the same guys that have set up to invoke that sort of cyber attack to begin with. So this man is the epitome of being a goddamn liar, man. A devil. Go on.
So it says,
Which the word devil means deceiver. Go on.
and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness.
And undeceivableness of unrighteousness. People have been deceived to believe that it's okay for two men to get it done, and it's okay for two women to get it done, and they're just human beings. Alright? It's okay to just walk around like you ain't got no sense. It's okay for women to walk around like they're prostitutes, showing their vagina on the street, showing their asses on the street. So these women and everybody else in the society have been deceived to just be a bunch of animals. That's in the scriptures. Go on.
Because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Because they receive not of the truth that they might be saved. And that's talking about the majority of Israelites. Okay, they've been seduced into this wicked, evil, sadistic empire, right? And they've basically smacked the hands of their salvation against them. You know, so what's going to be the end result? Just, they have to be destroyed. That's the end result of it. Okay, go on.
And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
And that's why the Most High said, I shall send them strong delusions, that they shall believe in a lie. Even that one John Crow that came up here before, okay, he's a delusionistic individual, man, because he knows he's a Hebrew Israelite, but he still subscribes to that Edomite sort of knowledge, man, where basically a woman, you know, she's just like valuable. You can't do nothing to her. You can't rape no woman. You understand? Which the word rape means to cease. As when we went into the law in Deuteronomy, what is it, chapter 22? Okay, but the ones of our people, mainly that subscribe to the ways of Esau, the so-called white man, the Lord has also chosen their delusions that they should be able to believe in a lie. So even if we went and told them the truth, they're already still to be lied to and to go through destruction at the end of the day. Go on.
That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
And they all might be damned that they believe not the truth. So if you don't believe in what we're bringing out to you, then you're already damned already. You've already sealed your destination. Your destiny and your path is already sealed. And the word damn means to be condemned. Okay? The word damn is not really a bad word. It just means to be condemned. Damnation. Read that again, bro.
So it says that they all might be damned who believed not the truth.
So I thought damn was a bad word. The word damn is in the Bible too. That they all might be damned. Check that out. So like I was saying, if you don't believe in what the men of the Lord are saying in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because we're the mouthpieces of Yahweh Shai. So if you don't believe in what we're saying and you can't subscribe to the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, which the world calls him Jesus Christ, then you're already down. You're already set forward to go into perdition and destruction, along with the so-called right man. Go on.
But have pleasure in unrighteousness. But we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High for you,
right,
brethren, beloved of the Lord,
right,
because the Most High have from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth.
And that's why we gotta count ourselves worthy, man, and lucky that we have this truth, because the Lord could have set us up to be blind bats like the majority of these folks over here. Okay? And what's gonna happen to these blind bats? They're gonna be led into this new world order philosophy. Ultimately, when they take that microchip, they're going to be led to receive that destruction without mixture. But heaven is the Lord has opened our eyes up to see what's really going down and to be at peace within ourselves with this truth. Okay? And if we continue on with this truth, then we'll be led to be saved. You see? So we have to count ourselves lucky and be thankful unto the Heavenly Father. Go on.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Right, so you are troubled, rest with us. Go on.
When the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven,
right,
with his mighty angels.
And that's what we're looking for, because we are troubled on this side. Why are we troubled on this side? Because we see the jacked up society that we're living in. We see how people are jacked up. Can't even talk to us. can't even talk to a regular person, right, in a decent conversation. You gotta watch yourself on who to talk to and who not to talk to. Because you find out that these people are insane, they done lost their mind, man. You know? That's just the thing. And the only brothers you're supposed to know are the brothers that's in the truth. The brothers that's sane in their mind. Because that's what this world does to you. This world will rape your mind, man, and take your mind elsewhere and destroy you, man. That's why the scriptures say in Micah 2:10, it says, "For this is not our rest. For it shall surely destroy you with sore destruction." Okay, and that's what this world does to you. It will destroy you mentally and spiritually. And then ultimately lead you to your physical destruction. You see? Go on, brother.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Right.
And the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in a flaming fire.
In a flaming fire, because the Lord states that the Lord is a flaming fire. He's a consuming fire. When them chariots come, man, they're going to bring fire and they're going to look like fire. Okay? But that's going to be our hope. That's going to be our resurrection, our revival. Alright? Because right now, we're in shit right now. We're in these bodies. We have to deal with these bullshit ass people out here. We have to deal with the scuffery that comes with this truth. Okay? And we got to deal with this bullshit life. This unrealistic, this unpeaceful life. This unrighteous lifestyle, man. So we need to be revived. But we're at rest when it comes to this truth in Yahweh Shai. That's what keeps us mind level, because if we didn't have Yahweh Shai, knowing that our minds are open to the bullshit that we see, we'll lose our friggin' mind, man. We'll be bugged out our friggin' minds. Unlike some people that came up before that wanted to commit suicide. And that's why you got people committing suicide, because they waking up to the bullshit of this world and they're not stable-minded. So what keeps you stable-minded is the Bible, man. That's the truth. That's the true way. If you ain't subscribing to that, then you know what, man, just go on your way. If you don't believe in the Bible, just go on your way, man. Live that life of death, because that's all you're going to live anyway. Go on.
Luke 21, verse 27. And then shall they, in fact, let me start on verse 26.
Yeah.
Let me start on verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity.
Yep.
The sea and the waves roaring.
And we're seeing that more often nowadays. You're seeing the shapes of the different shapes that the moon is formulating into. Okay, we're seeing different color moons, like red moons, blue moons, etc. Okay, we're also seeing meteorites falling from the sky, etc. All right. So these are the things that represent, or is indicating to the men of the Lord that the Lord is on his way. Yahweh Shai is on his way to set the record straight. Go on.
They say, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, meaning the actual powers that run this entire society all around. Once again, the Rothschilds of the world, the Rockefellers of the world, and the high class Sadidi bastards, man. They're going to be in a position of like really fearful. They're not going to know what to do, because ultimately all of these elites, they know that the Lord is going to come, but when they actually see him come, they're going to be shitting bricks. They're literally going to be shitting their pants, and they're going to be pissing on themselves when they actually see him. Because it's one thing to know about something that's going to come, but it's one thing to actually see it come. It's a totally different ball game.
When it's game over now.
That's how you know it's game over, like the brother said. And we can't wait till the game is over. Go on.
It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Matter of fact, brother, hold that. Give me Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, where it says, better is the end of the thing than the beginning of it. Because we're looking for the end of this world. We're looking for the end of this society, man. I'm going to just call it what it is. Go on, brother.
So it says,
that's why that guy did not want to die, man. What's his name? One of those Rockefeller guys, David Rockefeller. 7 heart transplants. That's why at 100 and something years old.
Yeah, he should have died like what? 20 years ago. He should have died when he was 81.
He knew if he dies here, he's gonna be born in slavery, man.
Yeah.
Because they know about reincarnation, so he was really trying to avoid that death.
Come on.
to enjoy his last, before this shit goes out, man.
Yeah. That's right, brother. That's right. I think it's in Ecclesiastes. Yes, it's Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. Go on, sir.
At the end of
7 and 8, 7 and 8. My bad, 7 and 8.
Oh, right, so that's Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8.
Yeah.
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Yeah, and that's just the bottom line, man. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the end of this world. We're looking for the end of the revival of ancient Rome. We're looking for the end of the so-called white man's rulership, man. And it's not because he's ruling, it's because he's destroying the planet. Okay, he's making things more depressing time and time again. So we're looking for the end of this man to come out of power. Because if we don't come out of power, everything's going to be death. Okay? And ultimately, we see a world the way it's supposed to be. We see the earth the way it's supposed to be governed. And what vexes us is seeing the way that it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord has to make the change, man. And that change has to come by sending his son down here, who the world called Jesus Christ, to bring about great wrath and judgment on the earth so that people know how to conduct themselves next time around town and completely invoke that righteousness again, man. That's what we need. That's what all of us in the street need, man. Even the 2/3, they need to be resurrected and revived, man, because they're all fucked up in the head due to this pollution that we're living in, man, this shithole that we're living in. Go on.
Going back, it says, and then Luke 21 and 27.
Yeah.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud of power and great glory.
Right.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
So when we see the chariots of the Lord coming by the dozens, we're going to know that our salvation is right around the corner. Okay? And that's exactly what we're looking forward to, man. That's why we come out here week in and week out. No matter what goes on, no matter how we look, we don't care. Because we know the severity of what's going to take place on this earth. And we do not want to be a part of that. You know, we want to be a part of the first resurrection, where we're reigning supreme along with Yahweh Shai for 1,000 years. That's where we want to be. Okay? And we don't want to die to death for these people out here. Okay? So that's why we come out here week in and week out, to wake up brothers like yourself, you know what I mean? And Lord willing, might be a part of the elect. Because that's what we're out here for. We're out here for the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, although Israel is of the chosen people, but the Lord is dealing with the elect of his chosen people. Go on.
Zechariah 5 verse 1.
Yeah.
Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe.
Come on.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Yeah.
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Yeah, and it's a curse unto them that are inhabiting this entire globe right now. The ones that's running shit right now. Okay, excuse my language. I'm trying to cut down on the swearing. I'm trying. I've been doing pretty good as of late. But the point being is that basically it's not a curse unto us. It's a curse unto them that's running the planet right now, which is the Stevens. Okay, that's got the earth so jacked up to no return. They're the ones that's got to be shitting themselves, not us. Go on, brother. Still cursing, man.
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Go on.
For everyone that stealeth
On this side.
shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
And what did the so-called white man do? He went over to the Americas and stole the natives' lands and claimed it for themselves. And then subjugated the people to a corner in reservation camps. Now that's wicked, man. That's wicked as hell, man. You can't be doing that. The truth is saying not to remove the old landmark. And that's what this devil's done. Totally perverted the way of truth. Go on, bro.
John chapter 10 verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
And that's just the bottom line. And I mean, naturally you'll get mad and you'll get angry of that. But guess what? Prophecy has to be fulfilled. All of this bullshit that you see out here, okay, and this madness, this perversion of life amongst the people, it had to come to pass because the Lord had to fulfill His word. Once the words of the Lord have been fulfilled, then that's when the Lord is going to reign supreme and bring about judgment. Okay, so the judgment has to reach onto the highest. Once it's reached onto this highest level, then the Lord has to come and pretty much reset the whole entire earth again, back to its original state.
It's going back. It says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to.
And the so-called white man has stolen everything now on this side. That's why he's so supreme today. He's sitting on his eyes, his royal behind today, because he done stole everything. Go on.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to. I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh.
The Lord said He was going to bring it forth. What is the forth that He will bring? Go on.
And it shall enter into the house of the thief.
That's America, okay? AKA Babylon the Great, which go to perdition. What's going to enter into the house of the thief? The judgment which is read. The judgment that we're reading about now. And that we have been reading about for the past, Lord knows how long we've been reading this. Okay? To be exact. Go on, brother.
Enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
And that sweareth falsely by my name. Go on.
And it shall remain in the midst of his house.
And it shall remain in the midst of his house, because it tells you, I believe it's in Revelations, where it says that where it speaks about when the missiles drop ground zero in America, the smoke is gonna be going on for ages, for years. So that desolation is going to be remain in their entire setup. Go on, for a long period of time. Go on.
And shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Yeah.
Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes.
And see, this is what I'm saying. I mean, pound the camera on that, brother. You see that? That's what I'm saying. People are messed up in the head, man. You know what I mean? If you're a grown woman, if you're a woman of a reasonable age, you putting blue, purple linings in your hair, that means you just don't lost your mind. That means you're gone. You're not even in your mind anymore. You're insane. But that's what this world has done to the people. Totally perverted them from the way of truth and just got them bonkers. Lost the plot, man. Go on, brother. But then they look at us like we're crazy, though. We gotta be the only sane men on the planet. It's so bad out here. I mean, even when you out here by yourself and you dealing with your personal shit and all that, you just walk amongst the people, you can see that these people are mad. They're mad. But they look at you like you're mad when you're not subscribing to their ways. That's ridiculous, man. Go on, brother.
And the angel that talked to me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes and see where is this that goeth forth.
Yeah, which is the judgment, man. Which is the judgment of the Lord. So the judgment of the Lord is going to be sent forth in the land of America. And that land is going to be 5,000 square mile worth of desert. Because what the Lord is going to bring upon that bad boys, those ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles, which the Russians got them, the Iranians got them, okay, North Korea got them, which North Korea, they're not going to do nothing to America. Okay, let's just get that straight. What we got to focus on is China. All right, but all of these other nations, they got that nuclear missile capability, technology. Go on, brother.
Revelations 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen,
Yeah.
that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
And what is that wine and the wrath of her fornication? A sense of democracy, right? Where pretty much, you know, you can just do what you want to do. Do as thou will. If you're a woman and you feel like a boy, you can get a sex operation change. Okay, you could become a homosexual. Okay, or lesbian. That's what they've been pushing all around the world. That perversion, so to speak. So when you push perversion, what does that invoke? That invokes death. You got all type of hepatitis that come from that lifestyle. You know that.
It's that sign right there.
Hepatitis is right there.
In front of you as well.
You see, so that's the wine. The Lord is revealing it right there. That's the wine. You see?
See, they're drunk, man. They're drunk. They're drinking right now.
At the same time.
Right now.
At the same time. See? That's the Spirit of the Lord revealing things right there.
See, these women are not women, man. They're dogs, bro. They're dogs, bro. They're not women. That's why the kingdom has to come.
That's right, man. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, these people, they're insane. They're insane. You know, you really can't blame them. They've been given over to Satan, man. Satan's already taken them. You know what I mean? They'll get it right when they come back on, though.
It says,
She's right about that, though. They are bitches and dogs. Go on.
Babylon is fallen. It's fallen.
Yep.
That great city,
Go on.
because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, because she made all the nations to drink of the wrath of the wine of her fornication. Because that's the ideas that America's been pushing around the planet. That's the ideologies of death, man.
God bless you, brother. I had a great time with you.
Definitely. You're welcome to come back anytime.
Here, same place?
Yeah.
All right.
Every Saturday.
The weekend.
Yeah, every Saturday around we start from 2:30 and we end around 7:30.
Oh,
The same time.
Okay, I'll be here next Saturday.
Okay.
Take care.
All right, man.
See you later.
Lord willing, if he comes. 'Cause you know, a lot of people, they say they'll come, but they don't come. But yeah, go on with that.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast
Yeah.
and his image, and receive